Be patient. When God got something for you, it's yours. It's already part of his plan for your life. But you must learn to be patient. You see, a lot of times we'll pray and we'll ask God for something, but when it don't happen when we think it should happen, we go out and try to make it happen ourselves. We try to rush the process because as human beings, we get impatient. We think that we're ready for it right now. See, God don't have to think when you're ready. He knows when you're ready. Because every time we try to make it happen ourselves, we mess up. I know I have. What about you? Then try to rush something and then you wind up in a position that you don't want to be in. And you wonder why it's happening to you. Because you try to rush the process. You must be patient. Now, don't get me wrong. Faith without works is dead. But you must also have patience. You must also make sure that this is what God got in store for you. Before you decide to accept that you bring it to God first. Right here in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. I done read this so many times, but today it really stuck out to me. It said, trust in the Lord with all thee heart. With all your heart. That is so powerful. Because we tend to trust in God with only half our heart. Because as again, when I say, when it don't happen, when we think it should happen, we tend to stress ourselves out. We tend to worry. We tend to try to go out and try to make it happen ourselves. Instead of being patient. If you truly trust in God with your whole heart, you're not going to worry. You're not going to be stressing yourself out. Because you know that God is going to deliver. And you must trust that God is always on time. You see, it woke me up to this today. Because when I know God got something for me and it don't come when I think it should come, I tend to get worried and start stressing. You know, I try to make it happen myself. If I trust in God with my whole heart, I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to worry myself. I'm not going to try to go out and try to make something happen or accept the first thing that come my way. I'm going to trust in God with my whole heart. That's how Jesus walked on the water. That's how Jesus healed the sick. That's how Jesus made the blind see. He trusted in God with his whole heart. He had faith in God with his whole heart. That whatever he asked God for, it was going to happen. And that's what Jesus had preached to us. Right here in his word. Have faith. Have faith and we'll do greater things than what he had done. But it comes with that trust in God with your whole heart. It's trusting God no matter what you see. No matter what you hear. You trust in his word. You trust in him. Because your faith is the some things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Even though you don't see it, your faith know that it is done. Your faith let you know that it is done. Because you trust in God with your whole heart. And listen to this. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Paths with an S. Because you're going to go through different paths in life. But God will direct you through every last one of them. See, it means something when we actually read this scripture with our heart. God's going to take you through some things. Or God going to allow you to go through certain things, but he's going to direct you. He's going to lead the way. If you didn't ask God for something specific, let God direct your path. But you must trust in God with your whole heart. Let God deliver it to you. Don't go out and try to make it happen yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. Faith without works is dead. But you must make sure that this is what God has in store for you. Whenever it comes your way, bring it to God first before you just accept it. For example, if you're a woman, you didn't ask God for a man. Before you make that man your boyfriend, before you make that man your husband, bring him to God first and ask God if this is who you have in store for me. If this is who I asked you for when I prayed, give me a sign. Show me, Father, before I accept this man into my house, before I accept this man into my bed, and vice versa with a man with a woman. Bring that woman to God first. Ask God to give you a sign if this is the woman they have in store for you, because you didn't pray for a woman, for a specific woman. God know your heart. Because so many people, they wind up laying down with somebody and now they miserable. They wind up marrying somebody and now they miserable when they didn't pray and ask God for someone. Even relationship-wise, we must be patient. And that's why it say, in all thy ways acknowledge him. So anything you do in life, you got to acknowledge God. Bring it to God first. Don't just accept it. Don't just try to make it happen yourself. Just don't go out and try to look for somebody to bring home. The same way, if you're working somewhere, you want a better job, it's the same thing. If you didn't pray and you ask God for it, wait for it to come. Just don't jump up and quit the job that you got and jump on another one. If you didn't ask God for something specific, be patient. And just because it haven't happened when you want it to happen, it does not mean it's not going to happen. But you got to learn to trust in God with all your heart. All your heart. Because if you trust in God with all your heart, you know it's going to happen. Your faith in God let you know it's going to happen. Because the Bible said we ask anything according to God's will, He'll do it. It's God's will that you be in a good relationship. That's God's will. He wants that for His people, for His children. He's going to do it. But you got to be patient. Like I said, just woke me up to something today because I tend to do that myself. Ask God for something, then what don't happen when I think it should happen. Like I said, I get the stress and then I get the worry. I'm like, man, and I try to make it happen myself. This right here let me know. You got to trust in God with all your heart. And I know this scripture. Don't quote this scripture. But if I really, really read it, trust in God with all the heart. And when it says that, it means everything. If I trust in God with all my heart, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I already asked God for it. It's already covered. Quit leaning on my own understanding. Because when I start leaning on my own understanding, I'm going to start to go out and make it happen. Start getting worried and stressed out. Nah, I don't have to do that. Trust in God with all your heart. I don't have to fear. We don't have to fear. God didn't give us the spirit of fear anyway. But of love, peace, and of a sound mind. See, if we start trusting God with all our heart, trusting God with all our heart, oh man, life would be so much easier. Life would be so much easier. God's word tells, if God for you, who can stand against you? Nothing or no one. So I just want to get that across to you. Trust in God with all your heart. Be patient. Be patient. Because when God got something for you, it's yours. He's going to deliver it to you. It's already part of His plan for your life. Just got to be patient. Quit trying to make it happen yourself. Quit trying to take the first thing that comes along. And once again, faith without works is dead. I'm not telling you not to try to, if you ask God for a job, not to go out and put no applications in. Yeah, put your applications in. But you wait for God to deliver it to you. If you somebody you ask God to bring a specific person to your life to have a better relationship, yeah, it's nothing wrong with you going out dating. But don't just take the first person come along. Don't just snatch up somebody and bring them home and make a relationship with them. Bring it to God first. You got to be patient because that may not be the one. Be patient. Don't forget, God loves you so much. God loves you so much.